Wow. This is really new. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, I don't remember the last time I did a Facebook Live. Like, it's been forever. Oh my god. Anyway, let's see if we are going to have a few people here. This is like a really spontaneous um live that I'm just trying to have. It's been a long time I did a Facebook Live, but I'm happy to be here. Let me know where you are joining in from. Hey, Facebook has changed a lot of things. Where can I see the comments? Please let me know where you're joining in from. And if you have questions, I'm going to talk about my experiences with studying in Canada and how you can acquire admissions to schools in Canada. Oh, it's going to be an interesting session. Wow, how do I get... Oh, I can actually also invite people. Okay, that's good. Wow, Facebook has changed a lot of things. Welcome to my spontaneous life. My spontaneous Facebook Live. Let me know where you're joining in from. And yeah, I would really love to hear from you guys. It's been a minute. Oh my God. But I'm happy to be here. It's been almost a year since I moved to Canada. And I mean, those of you who have been following me on YouTube, I've been sharing my experiences about living in Canada as an international student, the challenges, the possibilities, the opportunities. It's a package, right? It's an all-in-one package, and whether you like it or not, you are going to go through it. And I think that of genuine and relentless people, right? Okay, now I can see the comments. Yay! Oh, Facebook. So, I mean, I've been able to build like a community of genuine, relentless people. And I really think I should do more Facebook Lives because I get people asking me a lot of questions in my Facebook DMs. And please, when you want to ask me a question, don't do hi, hello. Like, no, say hello, my name is this. I want to find out about this. I know you want to be all nice, but people don't have the time. Okay, the hello hi is enough. Like, let's leave it there. Go straight to the point. Like, say something. So I feel very tired. Like, I've not slept well. I had an education fair yesterday in Toronto, and I got home pretty late because we went for dinner at a Korean restaurant. And then this early morning, it was around 6 a.m. my time, I had to speak on a conference about acquiring higher education, higher international education, a conference that was ongoing in Ghana. And when I was finished, I was going through my emails and I was like, how about going on Facebook Live? Like, it would be so cool, you know? I haven't really tried like a Facebook Live. Maybe because I really don't have the time, because I'm always on the move, like I'm commuting, and it's crazy out here, man. Richard, Richard Maglo, good to see you. Keep going higher and higher. Oh, I love you. Thank you. I'm so excited when I'm doing a live video. Like, it's so interesting. I get to really be myself. I get to talk and connect with people from all over the world, and it's amazing. I think I do most lives on YouTube, Instagram, but Facebook, I'll try. Anyway, it's really like exciting to have you all here. like I said, I've been living here in Canada as an international student, and I see people sharing their experiences and everything, and I share mine as well. Like I said earlier, basically to encourage other people, and for whatever goal, whatever vision you have, you really need to be relentless. Like, it's not like a walk in the park, it's not a diddy dada, bed roses on the bed affair, but like any other dream, any other goal that you're looking to venture in, it comes with its own challenges, right? And maybe people sometimes exaggerate it. Maybe people sometimes really do not know how to handle the challenges that come with it. But it's good to always build a community of people that you can leverage on. You can, feel relatable in your challenges and who you share with. It's great to have a community out here because the culture is totally different here. Unlike Ghana, you can go to your mother's house, you can go and eat, you can go and do whatever you want to do. Here is a totally different culture. They are pretty individualistic. Everybody's in their rooms, everybody's on their phones, in the buses, everybody's, just. But yeah, those are some of the culture shocks that you may have here, and you're on the bus and everybody is listening to their music, podcast, whatever it is. And I mean, that's how the culture is here. Apart from that, Canadians are very nice people. They're really kind, very polite. I love that. Like, I'm naturally a very polite person, so I kind of really related to that pretty easy. If you have questions about studying in Canada, feel free to ask me in the chat and let's have a conversation. I think I should be doing this more often, but today I'm really going to talk about studying in Canada and sharing my experiences as an international student as well. Like I was saying, the culture here can be totally different, but you really need to adjust. I think I adjusted pretty well. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Whoa, like I'm really proud of myself. Hey, like, we're almost in winter. I remember when I came, it was let me like tell you guys a story, right? When I came in winter, it was so cold. Like, I was like shaking. Hey, but honestly, I kind of keep telling people that if for nothing at all and for what's worth, right? Like, everybody should at least experience international education. It does a lot of it creates a lot of value. Like, I don't know, but I can't really put a finger on it. But it brings that tangibility of value, of, building synergy with other cultures, with the level of exposure, with, you know, like the dynamism that it brings to your potentials, your values, your like I don't know, but and for what's worth as well, I think the lectures, the teaching like terrain here is totally different. Like, it's different. The lecturer is not going to allow you to feel like if you miss a class 1, 2, the lecturer is actually going to ask you or reach out to you that, hey, you missed your 2 lectures. Like, what's up with you? Are you okay? If you don't know, you're going to say that you are sick. Like, everybody's going to be getting in touch with you. Like, are you okay? Is there anything you need? If you feel one of your paper is like, do you need like a refresher lecture? Do you need like someone to help you with the lecture? Like, man, it's amazing. Like, the lecturers will not even allow you to feel like they don't have time to have you reset a paper. Like, it's crazy. But I mean, it's amazing. Emmanuel, hey. Canto Montonier. Oh, nice, nice. I'm happy to have you all here. Oh, Mark Fasing, thanks for joining. Thomas Adote Papo, thanks for joining. Priscilla, if you're all here, I really appreciate that you joined. Lady, a good day. More grease to your elbow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's amazing what God can do. If you have questions about studying in Canada, and ask me anything, like, let's get this conversation going. You guys are just there listening to me with my shenanigans. So yeah, like I was saying, that's the whole different experience here in terms of international education. Well, I can only speak for Canada because that's where I am, but I've had positive like insights from people in China and the US and the UK. So it's great to like have different perspectives to people sharing, knowledge sharing basically. Actually this week I shared knowledge in a class in school, and I kind of shared with people. There were a number of different cultures in the class. There were Ecuadorians, Vietnam, Pakistan, Chile, India. Interestingly, there was no African in that class. Yeah, but it was quite an insightful lecture that I gave. I shared about my experience and what the Canadian culture, in terms of corporate culture, I'm mostly looking out for from international students. Basically, one challenge that international students may face is the fact that if you're applying for a job, you really need Canadian education, right? So Antonio says, "Hello, Lydia. How you doing? I'm doing well, Antonio. How about you?" Nene, my international boss. Hello, my brother. How are you? So, I mean, I've been saying that one of the challenges as well that you may face as an international student is that you need to lower your expectations when you come in as an international student. Sometimes we come in and we're like, oh, I'm going to get the next managerial role. I'm going to get the next, associate role. Like, I'm going to get the next, and it's all corporate. But really, it's totally different here in Canada, right? If you come in as an international student, they're looking up for you to like have Canadian education, Canadian experience. It really, really, really counts a lot, and when you come in, you don't have a choice than to do a job that would make you survive, like that you have to survive on, because you have bills to pay. Gosh. So most people come in and they have to do retail, and they pay. Like, it's not like it's like, don't look down on their job, trust me, they pay. You can work for up to 20 hours. You can do 40 hours during your co-ops or breaks, and within that time some people actually do 2 jobs depending, whatever, but find your way to maneuver through. But do the jobs that you find. Some people work in warehouses, and when we say warehouse jobs, it's not like it's some dirty warehouse. No, the warehouses are very well aligned, well planned out. They are not like, I don't know, maybe we have like a terrible picture of a warehouse. Like, back home, a warehouse is like where we keep things and it's so dusty, it's dirty. My runaway sister, get in touch after. Yes, please. Please send me a DM. I'll definitely get in touch with you. And the warehouses are not like the perception that we have of warehouse jobs back home, right? But the warehouses here, well aligned, well labeled, well planned out, well, they keep to safety. And that's one thing that they hold high here. Safety. If you one thing I imagine, if you don't know and you call the police by mistake. There was one time my old phone, I'll come back to the jobs, my old phone was frozen. And when your phone is frozen, there is this emergency SOS logo thing. And then the phone, I don't know what happened. It was frozen, my screen was frozen, but the phone mistakenly dialed the emergency SOS. And like in the next second, I got a call like, hello, ma'am, are you, like, I was speaking. The phone was frozen, but the thing was working. I was speaking, and the lady was like, hello, ma'am, are you safe? Are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm safe. Okay, where are you? And she was like asking questions. And I'm like, I was so confused. I was like, I'm very all right. Unfortunately, my phone froze on me, so I'm very much okay. And they said, are you sure we could check in on you again? I'm like, yes, I'm very okay. And I'm like, wow. And then it played back in my mind, like where I used to live in Sakumono, there was almost a fire outbreak, and I called the fire service, and then it's okay. Story for another day. But like I was saying, if you come in as an international student, like you need to, the warehouse are not like what we have in back home. Like these are jobs you can do. And when you're doing it right, I feel like, you see, sometimes we feel like these jobs are not for me. I didn't come all the way from Ghana, from being a manager to come and do a warehouse job. But trust me, it's not really about what you're doing. It's about the value you're creating for yourself. It's about what you're learning within these jobs, or be it retail, be it customer service, be it warehouse, be it packaging. It's not really about the job, like what you are doing. If it's packaging, if it's retailing, what values do you hold? Like, you need to build those things there. How are you relating with people? Like, it's very like amazing. Back home, it's difficult for us to communicate. Here, you have to be very direct. Like when I came, I was like, oh wow, I love this. Like learn how to communicate with people. So those things are things you learn on the job, the Canadian experience, like what you learn in class. Like they totally teach you things within the North American landscape, especially with business, healthcare, how they do it here and all that. And if it's the warehouse job, like you're looking at, okay, how they are packaging the thing, the level of quality, the level of expertise, the level of safety. Are you wearing your safety equipment? Are you wearing, like all those things, right? So those are things that you will learn along your journey as an international student. And then who knows, from that job, you can get another higher job, and then you keep going. You see, that's all I keep saying about appreciating your journey. Like, appreciate that process, right? Like, sometimes we are very impatient with ourselves. Like, we want to come and then we are like, I've paid so much fees. I have to work in a year and get the money. Like, yesterday at a fair, I had some African students coming from Ghana and Nigeria, and they were like, they want to do a program where when they finish 9, they work, they can get their money back and basically return on investments, right? And I'm like, hold up. You have to be patient. It's not like when you start working 1 year, you're going to get all your 18,000 fee payment. No, it doesn't work like that. Like, give yourself time. But you see, when you start to appreciate the journey, you sort of like realize that, oh, Charlie, I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. I've learned how to communicate properly. I've learned how to, experience other culture. I've learned how to like communicate with people differently. And listen, people communicate differently. Like, so in Canada, you have to be very direct. Like, say exactly what you want to say, because I cannot read your mind. So you have to tell me specifically what it is that you want. And don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Sometimes we are like, hey, Mikobisa, and now you better me a sala. See, in Canada, guys, feel free to ask me questions, okay? In Canada, people appreciate that you can actually be honest, right? Be very honest. Don't lie. Like, just be very honest, be plain and all that. Just say what it is that you want specifically. Like, don't say, oh, I'm trying to, depends, say, what exactly are you trying to say? So learn how to like communicate directly and, specifically what you want to say. Like, just that's it. Because you come and someone will speak to you directly and you feel like, we on board your crowd. But yeah, Charlie, that is the experience about studying in Canada as an international student. You have to learn how to like communicate properly. Okay? And it's important. It's important. Please feel free to ask me questions, okay? So I'm going to also talk about like the colleges that we work with here in Canada. We have private and public. Most people really do not know like the difference, right? People come in with private, and I really don't like going towards this line, but I don't know what agents tell people, and I don't know where people get information, but please always try to get information from reliable sources. If in doubt, go on the Canadian website to be sure of anything that you decide to do, because this is like your life. This is like your journey. This is something that you've invested a lot of time, money, effort, resources. So get accurate information, like get accurate information. Here at Woori Africa, we take our time, like in as much as we want to advise you, recommend good things, but at the end of the day, we go with whatever that you want to go, but we highlight the risk and everything involved. So get accurate information. If someone is helping you, a family is helping you, make sure they have a source. A source could be a trusted source on the website, an individual who has experienced that same thing and is genuine, okay? So you can come in with a private college, but just know that if you come in with a private college, even though it's cheaper, and depending on the province and the opportunities that you have available, you may not get a work permit, because depending on the province you are in, you may be open to like a provincial nominee program, okay, in various provinces like Alberta, that's in Edmonton, Alberta, BC, British Columbia, or in Ontario, it could be in Sudbury, where they have the rural nomination program and all that. Please, I'm not an immigration consultant, okay? So I'm just saying these based on information and experience. So that's it for me. So depending on the program, you can actually come in. Like I always tell people, the main aim is to get into Canada. Like that's it. If you come in as a student and you want to enroll in school, please, 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 if you do not have a genuine reason for deferring your program, people come in and they don't enroll in school. They have a valid study permit and they start to work. Like, if you are in Canada with a valid study permit between 1 to 90 days and you have not enrolled in school, after the 90 days, your study permit is invalid because you have not enrolled in school. So it's invalid. So if you do not have a genuine reason for deferring the program, please make sure that your school has approved that you are deferring, and don't defer for too long, like a year. If you're supposed to start school in September, the latest you can defer is the next intake, January or even May. That's too much. But some people come in September and they defer to all the way next September. Like, immigration will ask you, what were you doing for a year? Meanwhile, you told us you have the fees. You're coming to start school September, 9th or 10th, and then you are starting school the following year, September. What were you doing all along? You were working. Don't jeopardize your record, please. See, it's very tough, but if you came to do a 1-year program, a 2-year program, like go through it. Go through the school, start school, work, save money, pay your fees up and all that. Like it's like just go through the right process, right procedures and everything. Some of the immigration issues that people bring to our offices, right? Sometimes I'm sad because people have advised them wrongly. They've jeopardized their record. And sometimes being a fixer is hard because then there's so many history of records with school, immigration, and then it's a little messy. And sometimes we genuinely will not take the case because it's very complicated. And if an immigration officer tells you they don't want to take the case, it's genuine. Like, it's because they do not want to jeopardize it further. All right. And sometimes the people do not take advice. So I've stopped advising people. People will not take advice. So people want to do what they know, what they've heard. and they don't even have proof, like they don't have a source to show that where did you get this information from. Like, I'm wondering. Hi Linda, sending love, thank you. You guys are just enjoying my shenanigans, right? Like, ask me questions, or you want to ask me questions in my DM. Okay, my DMs are open. So yeah, like I was saying, if you come in as a student, do try hard to at least go to your school. Like I mentioned, a private college, it doesn't give you a postgraduate work permit. But then, depending on the province that you are in, you may be open to, sorry, some of what you can have in a private college now. They are employees who employers employers who are open to sponsor your work permits. Okay, and it's also a way of getting a work permit, where they call LMIA. But research into these things before you like embark on them. Like, we don't really research into schools, programs, career opportunities available within the programs that we are doing. And it's really important because you have to know what you are doing. Like I said earlier, like, have a goal, have a goal, have a vision. Like, if your overall vision is to immigrate, start from somewhere. If you can start from private college, especially for the young people who have done with high school, they can come in with private college if they cannot afford a public college. Start from there, bridge into public, and then you have like an extended stay in Canada with education. It can help build your points for express entry, and then you can get your postgraduate work permit, and then you can apply for your PR. Like, it's a process, okay? In other provinces, it can be shorter depending on the programs like healthcare or trades or skilled work, agriculture. All those things are sort of like immigration programs that are in various provinces. Find the one that is in line with your background. That's the thing, it has to be in line with your background. Do that. In some provinces, like I said earlier, you can get a provincial nominee program, and you can apply for your express entry or PR. It's quite easier than that. And in other provinces, depending on what you're doing as well, when you finish your education, you can work for some time, and then you can get your PR. The province will nominate you if you are in the pool. So it's a process, right? It's not like, oh, bye, yeah, then you come to get your PR. Hey, if it was that easy, then nobody would go to school. If it was easy to get PR, like, nobody will go to school. And some of the things I've heard recently are that you come in with a visitor's visa. Someone told me the agent told him that they can come in with a visitor's visa, and then when they get to Canada, they'll change to work permit. I'm like, who told you that? If it was that easy, nobody will go to school. Everybody will come in as a visitor, go and get work permit. And see, it's not a straight jacket rule. If something worked for somebody with a visitor's permit, it's because maybe they were lucky enough to get someone to sponsor their work permit. Because if someone is going to sponsor your work permit, what it means is that they are going to show proof to IRCC or immigration that they didn't get this resource within Canada, so they had to like bring somebody. And if the person is willing to pay, willing to sponsor, it's at a cost. So you have to create a lot of value. But you are a visitor. Like, how can I know that you are capable of doing, unless you're in a specialized like background, like computer engineering, because those ones, yeah, they need people. Healthcare, yeah. So people who have like computer engineering backgrounds, they can like, with their portfolio, obviously graphic designing, animations, those people, they can actually like get into the system with a work permit sponsorship, like something like that, yeah. But also, if you're a student, you also have an advantage, because then you have Canadian education, right? So the employer will be like, okay, you have Canadian education, you have Canadian experience. Like I said earlier, if you're working in warehousing, retailing, customer service, tailoring, customer experience in banking, like those are like very, very first level jobs like you can do. And as long as it pays the bills, you're surviving, perfect. That is Canadian experience. That is enough. Now, if you find that employer after your education in private college, even though you don't qualify for a work permit, and you work very well, work ethic, work ethic. Like, yo, I think there's one thing that differentiates us from, like, differentiates individuals, right? You are on point. Don't thwart the purpose of your stay. Yes. Like, don't jeopardize why you came to Canada. That's very important. Hi, Fifi. I like your word. Oh, Fifi. Thank you. Hi, Joy. Hey, yummy mommy. Michael, thank you for joining. Nicholas, thank you for joining. So like I was saying, right, like if someone has to like sponsor your work permit, they have to see that like it's like your seats must show. Like in Ewe, they say that your work must show. Exactly, like your work must show that you can do this, you can do this. Like show us what you got, and then they can give you some targets, you meet it, and then they can sponsor, right? That's on the side. So if you come in as a private college, me, I came to Canada as a private student. Like I'm going to think about my next steps. But you see, I take it a day at a time. Like, it's not great to be ahead of yourself. Sometimes we are so ahead of ourselves. Like, take your time. Some people's immigration process can take 10 years. It can take 5 years. Someone's own can take 1 year. It will shock you. But everybody's journey is different. So just believe in yourself. Have a goal. Actually, someone's immigration process took 18 years. Yeah, but that was in the US anyway. So everybody's journey is different. Like, don't be ahead of yourself. Like, me buy school na, me ya, na my juma, na my pay Charlie. And it depends on where you are in the country, right? So that's it. And then if you come in as public within a public college, public, like I said, is more expensive, right? So with private college, it can cost you between 6,000 to 8,000 for a year program, and then maybe for 2 year program it could be around 8,000 to like 13,000 for 2 years program, right? So that's it for private college. Public, on the other hand, for a year program, 1 year could cost you like 18,000 to 20,000 for 1 year, depending on the program, anyways. And public has like more stuff, more advantages as well, but mostly, whether it's private or public, every day the main thing is the money. Sikano wahe. But Charlie, you have to start from somewhere. Like that's it. Like I always encourage people, like, yeah, start from somewhere. Right. So public, on the other hand, like I said, is 1 year is 18 to 20,000 Canadian dollars. Like you don't have to pay everything. Pay your first semester tuition deposit, or get, some schools will have you pay like a 3,000 deposit. But you see, every option you have has its own risk. Like I try to tell my clients that if you want to pay the 2,000 or 3,000 non-refundable deposit, right? This is the risk involved. This is something you won't get anyway anyways. There's a risk involved. If you have to pay that alone, and you don't have a strong proof of funds, people have been using people's documents to show proof of funds and bank statements. Hey, anyways, that's for another day. So you have to show your proof of funds, right? Let's say that the minimum requirement for your visa is 10,000 Canadian dollars, and you've paid only 2,000. And you've not, like, the bank statement is looking very fishy. Like, some people realize that they are going to travel, then they start putting in 5,000. Meanwhile, their deposits, the highest deposit they've ever done is like 200, 500 dollars, Caesars. And all of a sudden, in like a month, they have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Hey, ukunya scanning wahe. It's so suspicious. IRCC would find that very suspicious. And if you were able to show proof of $20,000, why do I keep saying dollars, of 100,000 cedis in your bank account, how come you were able to only pay $2,000 for your fees? Very questionable, right? Like, we don't think about it like that. And those guys there, they do really digging. Like they'll dig, like they'll go through the thing. What is this deposit for? Like highlight, specify the reason for the deposit. Like if it's a land sale, put it there. If it's material, like something. If you're a business person, and put reasons for your transactions. Then all of a sudden you see 20,000, 50,000 cedis. You have proof of 150 cedis, but you paid only 2,000 for your fees. No, it doesn't like scale my imbalance. You go explain tire, you don't get evidence. So play it safe. If you even pay, some people actually pay the full tuition. If you can afford it, pay the full tuition and show 10,000 Canadian dollars. That's it. It's the minimum. Like, you have it. Full tuition. You are going to school. If you pay half of your tuition, that's your first semester mostly, pay that and show your proof of funds. Like that, you are safe. Some people will show 200,000 cedis in their bank statements. And you see that the money, bang, 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 10,000, 10,000, 50,000. And then you've paid $2,000 for your school fees. No. That is why people get bounced. Like, these petty things are really questionable. God bless you. This guy's woman are very spiritual. Life is a process and destinies vary, so we shouldn't rush in life. Exactly. Don't rush your journey. Like, take it easy on yourself. Know what you're doing, right? So back to public college. When you study in a public college for 1 year, and 1 year basically is an 8-month program, okay? But it's a 1 year duration. It includes breaks and all that. So you can see a program for 1 year. It's good. You can come in with a 1 year program. Now this is the whole point. When you study a 1 year program, you're eligible for 1 year postgraduate work permit. That's an open work permit in a public college. And if you do a 2 year program, you're eligible for up to 3 years postgraduate work permit, right? So these are like things that you really need to know. Me, when I was coming to Canada, I didn't know all these things. So I came like that, like Jesus take the wheels. But when I got in and I understood all these system things, I was like, oh my God. Then I started sharing. Like, I shared on my YouTube, like all that. Like, you see, Africans, sometimes we feel like when we share, people are going to have them. Like, me at this point, what is there to lose? Like, share for people to know and see. Like, I really appreciate this guy. Choco Millionaire, yeah, follow that guy a lot. He's doing amazing. Like, go and follow him. He like, I don't have a lot of time to share like most of the information that I have, but he does a lot of sharing with immigration and all that. Like, so me, Charlie, my own is show people their way. Like, let them know what they're doing. Me, when I was coming, I didn't know a lot of things, but me, when I got to know, fast. Like, hey, back Canada. Okay, why away? I'm miserable. I'm like, oh, but what's gonna know? Like, I keep telling people, like, save. Like, if you know you're going back on a journey like this, start saving, because if you don't save before you come, you come to near your belt. Like, you have to save because it's important. So when you do a 2 year program, you're eligible for 3 years postgraduate work permit, and it gives you like a longer time. So even if you come in with a 1 year program and you can't do another program, like, do it, because you would realize that when people are like, me 1 year po, me need time, me need sika, then you see everything. But when you come, you realize that that's how the system is built. Like, you do a 1 year program, okay, take another year. Some of them Europeans and Latin America people, they come with English school. I mean, theirs is quite different. They come in like with working holiday visa. Then they can do English school because their English is not as good as ours. They do English school. After English school, and they look for cheap colleges. After English school, they go to do maybe a 1 year in hospitality, right? And that industry is like very dynamic and interesting, honestly. Hospitality, in some provinces, if you do a hospitality program, you could get like a nominee, I think in Vancouver or Alberta, but you have to like research into all these things. So they do English, get English pathway to like a hospitality course, which is cheaper. They do that, and then sometimes in hospitality you can get people to sponsor your work permit, right? And so that's it. Like, everybody's path is different, so just appreciate your journey and follow through. Like, it's very important. So yeah, so if you're in public college as well and you are married, you can come in with your spouse, okay? You can come in with your, so when I say spouse, if the wife is the main applicant going to school, the husband can come in with a work permit, okay? And then he can work to support the family and all that. If the husband is the main applicant, and sometimes in my consultations, I really, really like ask questions. And when you have the opportunity to meet with a consultant, ask questions, ask them what the opportunities are for you. Ask them what they would recommend. Sometimes I have a couple, the wife wants to study, but they have like a kid, and I'm like, how about the man goes to school and then you can take care of your kid? Because mind you, if all of you come and the wife is studying, the husband is working, mind you, you have to pay for like daycare. It's expensive. And if your child is not up to 5 or 6 years, if you're in a public college and your children are 6 to 15 or so, they can go to high school for free. Okay. So that's it. But if you have like like a baby or a toddler, you have to do daycare, you have to get a nanny, and it's expensive. You are an international student, your husband is now working, and you don't have the money to like pay for daycare or pay a nanny. Like, that's extra cost. So how about the husband go to school, and then the wife can at least take care of the child till they grow a bit. Like, she can work. You can actually work. If your husband's schedule is quite flexible with school, and some schools will give you options of online, and so there are a lot of dynamics to all these things. And then he can study, he's in school, you take care of the child. When he comes back, you, the lady, can go to work, make some money. You got bills to pay, man. So like, find what works for you, find a rhythm, find all that. Some families do not all come at the same time. The main applicant can come, start school. When they settle in nicely, they can have their family join them. Perfect. Another risk of coming together as a family could be that when you are you, the main applicant, when your visa is denied, automatically all the other people who applied under you will be denied. So that's also a risk. And it's interesting that some families, I mean, that's with PR and all that, they can actually approve everybody's visa, and one person will be denied. Like, you're wondering, what happened? What did? So just understand what you're doing. Show us the way. Oh, Ken, that's what I'm doing. Fifi says, I've always loved your which one is that? Okay, Fifi. You people are not asking me questions. You are making me talk plenty. Dang. Be some questions, no? Mobile me DM many time. Oh my goodness. So guys, like, I just want to end here. I have a long day. I have to go and rest. I have a media production for a church event later this evening, and I have to work and I have to clean and all that and cook for the week. Hey, when you are in Canada, you have to take lunch to work. You can't buy food like that. Once a while, you eat out. Like, yeah. But Charlie, you have to. Oh, okay. You, Fifi, I get you. Yes, it's very cold. They should take it. So, please feel free to ask me any questions. Oh, you don't want me to? Me, I have a lot to talk about too, but next time, I'll talk about, I was supposed to shoot this video, but unfortunately I don't have time to shoot the video. So I may do a Facebook Live about how I got my driver's license and what you should do if you have a Ghanaian driver's license. Maybe not just Ghanaian, maybe because I know that people will be watching me from other parts of Africa. If you have a license from like Africa, how you're going to move it here to Canada and still be able to use your license, right? So I'll share that later. How old is too old to apply for school? Oh, wow, that's a very interesting question. I've had people who are like 40, 42 apply to school. Yeah, because at that age, their main goal could be that they want to get into the system, at the long run, get PR, and then they can have their children go through international education. So that's it. Anytime from the least age is 19, but I've had an 18-year-old apply to school because that boy was smart, man. So 19, you can apply to college. To mature student, 40 plus. Yeah. I hope this helps. The thing is, if you are older, your chances may be minimal than maybe if you are younger. But also think about the risk. Like, try. It's always good to try. You never know. Someone with 40 plus actually got their visa approved in a private college, right? You never know, but just try. And it's all about how you can convince immigration with your motivation letter. It's very important because some of the letters we write, so your motivation letter is basically like the reason you come to study in Canada, what you intend to do, are you leaving after your education? Like, you have to prove it. And with Canada, because there is no interview, your documents are your source of what? Source of truth. Yeah. So please just apply, try. Let us know if you need professional advice. At Woori Africa, we give free consultations. For education, free consultations. But if you have a complicated case for immigration, it's a paid consultation with the licensed immigration officer. So obviously that's paid for. They don't do free services. It's advisable to apply for tourist visa with your spouse, and that what are the chances of getting? Yes, you can apply as a tourist visa and come into Canada. Most people come in as visitors, and then if they plan on staying, so that opens another thing. If you come in as a tourist visa, visitor, that's visitor's visa, right? You may see 10 years in your passport, right? It doesn't mean that you can stay for 10 years. No, it just means that you can go is a multiple entry visa for 10 years. However, when you come into Canada, you have 60 days. 6 months. 6 months to live within Canada. If you want to extend your stay, you can do that. But within that 6 month period, you have to go out of the country. You cannot overstay your 6 month stay. So you can live within Canada as a tourist or a visitor for 6 months. Sorry. Most people I've engaged recently come in as visitors and then they try to look for schools. It's great. So you can change your visitor's visa, that's visitor's record, to a student visa. That's also perfect because at the end of the day, they want to immigrate. So if they find out that being a student is the easiest way to immigrate, perfect. They get into school, then change their visitor's visa to a student visa to get a student permit, and then they can go through school, go through the immigration process, and that's it. And so, Emmanuel, if you came as a visitor with your wife, like as a couple, then it means that once you get your study permit, your wife can apply for a work permit. Okay, but you always need to be sure, like, don't forget, especially with the times you enter Canada, it's very important because immigration is always particular about your dates. Like, if you came in on 10th November, it means your 10th November is when you entered Canada. You have 6 months, so you cannot overstay in Canada. If you overstay and you go out, you have a bad record. You cannot come back again. But if you put in an extension before your deadline, like your deadline, it means that at least you did what was right. So you have a record showing that you applied for an extension before you went out of the country. So do the right thing. That's with Canada. Be honest, do the right thing, okay? You're doing greatly. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Hey, happy to see you. Okay, guys. I hope have been helpful today. I just wanted to come here for like 15 minutes and then I had to talk. But feel free to reach out to us at Woori Africa. We will help you with your education journey or adventure. If you want to study in Canada, especially, that's our expertise. Like, that is what I'm very good at. Education consultancy. I would help you with the best programs, the best colleges, the best whatever opportunities you can get. We help you with your visas. And once we advise, like we show you the right way, like I'm very sad when I hear some agent stories and how people charge ridiculously. Hey, someone paid $10,000 for your visitor's visa. Guys, be sure what you're getting yourself into and don't jeopardize your records. Like, I'm tired of hearing people like having a bad record. When I say bad record, it means your immigration record or history is terrible, right? Like, try to do the right thing and understand what you want to do. Can I apply for a 14-year-old? Yeah, because of the age. Fifi, I need some more details. Their level of education. It means I'd have to enroll them in high school. And if you're in high school here, it's very easy to go in a college and all that. So I'm gonna do well to, like, guys, if I don't come again with a live and pull me and say, hi Esther, now we need a live on this. Like, tell me something that you want me to share about and I'm gonna do it. Like me, I'm tired of somebody going into wahala. Then they come to me, can you help fix this for me? I'm not a fixer. But let's do things the right way. I want to help you the right way, right? Like, so, and at no cost. Like, if it's education, it's at no cost. But if it's an immigration issue, I'm sorry that it's paid for, because there is a licensed immigration officer on my team. And those guys are expensive, man. So please just know that I'm here to help. Feel free to DM me in my Facebook or Instagram, and then I'll relay you through our appropriate channels on WhatsApp. I don't know if I can't leave a comment on the chat. Hey, Facebook has changed a lot of things. I can't remember the last time I did a live. So guys, it's been amazing having you here. Follow Woori Africa on Instagram. I share a lot of updates and all that from there. Reach out to us from there on WhatsApp. It comes directly to me. Somebody's like, if I hit the WhatsApp number, does it come to you? Yes, it comes to me. We work from Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. Sometimes before 10 I'm working. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. within the Eastern time zone. So that's Toronto time zone. That's 5 hours behind Ghana. But you may be lucky. I'll attend to you like as soon as I can. I don't work on weekends, please, unless it's very, very, very important. Then yes. But even if I connect with the school on the weekend, nobody will mind me, right? So I'm available Monday to Friday, and I'm here for you. It's your girl. Guys, have an amazing weekend. I gotta run. I have a media production to go and do. Hey, me too. I do too many things. Education consultant, YouTuber. Now I want to be a lecturer. So when I do my PhD, I will lecture, okay? I'm a baby girl for life, and I love to build a community of genuine, relentless people who want to win, who want to encourage each other. And yeah, I manage a media team on a church. So if you see all the media production at Fruitful House, I'm the lady behind the direction. Guys, it's been amazing having you here. Wilson, hi, hey, is it Wilson Kwame I know from Sunda? Guys, it's amazing having you. I saw Chris. Oh, hi, Chris. We couldn't meet yesterday. Please let's meet before you leave. It's great having you all. I really don't want to go, but guys, I love you all. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. God bless you, baby girl. Now you're international. Hey, you Paul, please. Jimmy, but I want to be serious here, I beg. Praise be unto Jesus. Hallelujah. You are blessed and highly. Keep in touch. Yes, please. I will keep in touch. Guys, feel free to reach out to me at Woori Africa. If you want to study, your cousin wants to study, your brother wants to study, your child, hit us up. Free consultations. Like my consultation sessions are therapy sessions. And it's amazing. Like it's amazing. Like people come on the consultations and I'm just patiently listening to them. and I'm encouraging them. Basically, I feel like sometimes people are really scared of moving or starting their life all over again. Like, it's hard though. It's hard. It's hard. Days of Sunda. Oh, nice. See, I remember you. Nice, nice, nice. I'm happy to see you. Guys, I gotta run. Take care. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. And I love you all. Bye.